Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have completed home part of inventory management system project. If you are not seen that video, just go to the description and check out the link. So in this video, we are going to work on user part. So let us start with that. Let me close this application. And here we have to create a new JFrame form. So here click on new JFrame form. And here we are going to write manage user. And then we have to click on finish. It will create a new JFrame for us. Then we have to close this one, and then we are going to increase the size to 850, 600, and then we have to click OK. So it will increase the form size, and then we have to go to the property of this one, and we have to remove min max close button from here. So we just need to click on this one and click on close. After that, we have to generate an event. So this event component show. So this event will be triggered whenever this page going to be open. Okay. So after that, we have to just close this one and get back to this design section. And then we have to put a label over here at the center. Okay. And here we have to write manage user. And here we have to write manage user. And then we have to go to the properties of this one, and we have to select over here, make it as bold 36, and then here we have to just click I. So impact, this one we need to select, and we have to put it the center of the page. After that, here we need to place a table. If you scroll a little bit, you can see in the swing controller there is an option of table. You have to just click on it and drag and place it over here, and just drag till the almost last line over till this point. And after that, we need to change the content. So to go to the table content and click on columns, and let's remove the raw. So just remove this all the raws, and after that, here we need to change this one for ID. The first column is for the ID. This next column will be for name, and after name the next will be for mobile number, and after that email, and then we have to insert two more columns over here. So the next will be for address, and at last we have a status. Then we have to just close it. After that, you can see the label's name has been changed. Let me decrease the size of this one a little bit. And after that, here we need to create the form. So let me, here right side, we just need to place a label name. So first, so I'm going to put a label over here. After that, here we're going to put a text field. Let me rename this one as a name. And one by one, we're going to place the multiple labels and all. So mobile number, and after that, here put a button, text field, and one more label over here, and this label is for email. And so for this one, we also need text field, and after that we need one more label, and here this will for address. Here just rename to the address, and after that it will need text field, so place it over here. After address, the next field will be for status, so just put right here status, and here we need combo box, as we need to show the two options only, active or inactive. After that, here we need to place few buttons, and let me check the screen's form size. Okay, it's 850, 600, correct. And in this status column, we just need to change the value. So click on over here. In the properties, you can see the model option is there. From this, we can put all the values which is want to display in that particular combo box. So here we have to write inactive or active, and we have to click on OK and close this. After that, we have to just select all these fields and go to the properties, and we are going to, okay, we are not getting options to change it, so just select first label name and go to the properties, and let's make it as a bold 12. Okay, and close this. And after that we are going to select the text field, and then we are going to properties of this one, and then we are also going to select bold 12. Okay, and close this. After that we are going to remove the default text which it have, and let me increase the size of this one here. So let's decrease a little bit, let's make it as 338, and let's remove this one, edit text, remove this one. In the same way we have to increase the size of this one, also remove this text field value, and same way remove the text. Okay, here we have missed one field that we also need here, and that field will be for the password. So here, so let here change this one as a password, and let's drag this one a little bit down, and then we are going to put a text field, so just place it over here, then going to remove the text from here, and we are going to increase the size of this one, and here we are going to go to the properties, let's make it as bold 12. Okay, and close this, and then we have to put one more label over here, so just let me scroll a little bit this one, then we have to place it over here, and this one will be for status, and then let me scroll a little bit, okay, drag and drop it, and after that we have to also make it as bold 12. Okay, and close this. After that here we need few buttons, so let me place it one by one. So here this is will the first button, and this button will for save, so just change this to save, and then we need one more button, and this will be for update, put it over here. Then we need one more button that will be for reset this form, so reset, and the last button which will be for close this form, so I'm just writing a close and save this. Let me drag a little bit and make it at center. Okay, just increase the size of this one. Okay, and just save this. After that okay, this is little bit up. Okay, and then we have to just save this, and we after that we have to change the layout to absolute layout, you can see, and save this. Now we have to put a label over here, and then we are going to set a background image, so I'm just going to, and here you can see all page background png image, then close it. You can see after drag and drop in the perfectly on this frame, and double click on this label, particular label, and here you can see the label name is there, so just remove those text and save this. Our form has been created, and one more thing is there, so we just need to make it as a bold 12. So select these buttons and let's make it as a bold 12. Okay, and just close this and save this. Okay, and our form has been created. Now we have to go to the source of this form, and then we have to go to the top of over here, and then we have to make set location relative to, and here we have to just pass the null so that it will open in the center of the page. And here we have to create a variable int app user and pk, so to store the pk we are going to use it. And after that we have to go to the form component show, which we have generated few minutes ago, and here we have to write default table model. This one we need to import, and we are going to import it from here, and here we are going to access the table, and we are going to set the values in it. So that purpose we need this one, and default table model, and then we have to call the table which we have created in the UI. So the table name is JTable, so we can also change the name, so change variable name here, just write table, and here we can write here user, table user. Click on OK. And the same way we also need to change this one. So txt name, and here we have to just write txt mobile number and txt email and txt address. So txt address and txt password. So txt password. Click on OK and change the variable name, and here combo box status. Click on OK and save this. And we're also going to change the button's name. So btn and save, btn update and btn reset and btn close. Click on OK and save this. Now get back over to the source, and here table user, you can see automatically get changed. After that we have to get the model and put semicolon. Let me scroll this one a little bit, and then as we are going to connect with the database and get the data, so try and catch is required to writing those. Okay, so here we have to just there's a chance that exception going to be generated, so to catch and show to the user, we are going to use this one, joptionpan.show message dialog null, and here we just need to pass whatever the message or error we get. And after that, in the try block, we have to create the connection. So connection, and we need to import the connection from SQL. So go over here and import java.sql.asterisk to import all the files related to this one class. Okay, and let's get back over here. So connection will be from here, and con equals to connection provider class, which we have created earlier, provider, this one from DAO dot, and it having a static method in it. After that, here the same way we have to create the statement and to execute the statement. So con dot create the statement, and after that result set to store the results, and st dot execute our query, this one, and then we have to write here select star from app user where user rule is equals to single quotes, and here we have to just write admin. So all the users which having a rule is admin, we are going to return over here. And after that, here we have to use while loop and rs.next to fetch all the values, and here we have to write model, and then we have to add add the raw in particular model. So after that, we have to write this like this, and then we have to write a new object, and object type will be like this, and we are going to import it from okay. And after that, here we have to put the curly bracket, and inside this one we have to pass the value. So get string, and in this way actually we are going to access the column value. So rs.get string, and here we have to pass the first the column name, so app user and underscore pk, so primary key we need. And after that, we have to put column after parenthesis, and then we have to write here get string, and then we have to write name. So rs.get string, and the next will be for mobile number rs.get string, and here after mobile number the email is there, and rs.get string, sorry, get string here we have to write. So get string, and then we have to pass address, and rs.get string, sorry, get string here, and here we have to pass the status. So let me show you the complete. So app user fee for key PK primary key we need to pass. After that, name, mobile number, email, address, and status. So these are the fields which we want to show in our table. Here you can see. And so just close this. After that, just save this and let's try to run this file only. And if I run this, you can see it's completely blank because in the current our database we have only super admin. Till now we don't have added any admin user. So let me close it and let me okay, from here we need to close it because we did not write the code to close the form. And after that, here one more thing is there. So whenever page load, right, so it should be like save button should be enabled, update button should be disabled, because all the fields will be blank, and in that case the save button means new item only going to be added. So that's the reason here after this form we need to disable a button. So btn update button, so dot set enable, and here we just need to pass the false and save this. After that, here this one we have to scroll up, and here after the constructor, this constructor below the man this one, and here we have to create a private method. So private boolean, it should be a boolean type, and that will be for validate fields. And here we have to write a string form, and we also want to know that what type of form we are validating. So it could be add or it could be edit. So in the both cases we want to do some different validations. So let's say if it is edit, in that case we don't want to validate the password field, and if it is add, then we want to validate all the fields. So those purposes we have created this particular variable. Okay, so here we have to write here if form type dot equals and equals to, and it should be edit in that case, and name, okay, txt name dot get text. So in this way we access the values, and dot equals to if txt value is not equals to this means null or blank, in that case we are going to return false. Okay, so just in the same way we have to add for the other fields. So I'm just going to copy paste this part of the code, or this part of the code, that will be also good. So just remove this one, paste it over here, and then we have to change this one to mobile number. So just change this one for mobile number, and after mobile number the next will be for email address. So just paste it over here, and txt email address. After email address the next will be for address. Paste it over here, and txt address. Okay, so these are the 4 fields we want to validate. Okay, so name, mobile number, email address, and email or address. These are the 4 fields we want to validate whenever edit form is going to be in use. Okay, so just create a curly bracket inside that one and press enter, and here we have to just return. Okay, let me decrease the size of this one as we don't need it. So here you can see all the code at once. Okay, after that here we have to return false. So this will going to be disable or enable the buttons on sorry, it will show the message as per this true and false. After that, if condition, the next will be for else if. Okay, so then we are going to copy paste this all same line of the codes till this parenthesis, last parenthesis. Okay, and paste it over inside this one parenthesis. And one more column here we want to add is that will be for here to add change txt password field. Okay, and here we need to change this one for add. Here we have to not add, new, just write new, and then put curly bracket, press enter, and we need to go to the next line. Okay, over here, and then we have to just return false, put semicolon, and in else condition we are going to return true. Okay, and after that let's format this code and save this. Okay, so currently we are not using it, so that's why it's showing as alert. Valid fields is never used. Okay, after that we have to go to design and we have to double click on the save button to generate the event for that. And inside this one we have to get all the fields values. So here we have to write one by one. So string name txt name dot get text string mobile number, and here txt mobile number dot get text string email txt email dot get text. After that the next will be for password and txt password dot get text, and after that next will be for address. So string address txt txt address dot get text. After that here for a string status, so this one we are getting from combo box. So here first we need to change this one to string type, and then we have to write txt dot status. Okay, so sorry, combo box here. So combo box status dot get selected item. We need to go with selected item. After that here we need to write validate the field. So validate field, we are going to call this one method which we have created earlier, and in this one we have to pass the new, and if like validations returns true, in that case we need to display option pan dot show message dialog, and here we have to pass the null, and here we need to show the message. So here we have to write all fields are required. So this error message will be visible, and in else condition we are going to write the code to insert the data. So here we have to write here try catch block. So try and catch, and here we are expecting to catch the exception, and G option pan to display the message error message, and here we have to just write E, and inside try block here we have to write first we need to create the connection. So connection con and equals to connection provider dot get con method, and then we have to prepare the statement. Okay, so prepared statement ps, it's the same as create a statement, but in this one we are updating the values dynamically. Okay, so prepared statement, so just go with this one here, just select this one, and inside this one we have to just write the query. So insert into app user, and then we have to select one by one which columns values. So user rule, and then we have to pass the values, and then here. So first value for app user rule will be by default it's set to the admin. Okay, after that the next will be for name, mobile number, and email, password, and after password the next will be for address, then we want to pass the status, and here let me put a semicolon to remove the error, and then we have to put question mark over here. So till 1 2 3 4 5 6 time 1 2 2 3 4 5 6. So we are going to pass these values. So just go to the next line of this code, and here then we are going to set the values. So ps dot set string, so set a string, and here or which position we want to send the value. So first question mark, from here we are going to set the value that will be name. So here we have to write 1 and here we have to pass the name. In the same way, we are going to copy paste this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to rename this one 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then one by one after name the next will be for mobile number, and after mobile number the next will be for email, after email the next will be for password, after that address, and then we have to pass the status, and then we have to execute this statement. So ps dot execute update, and then we are going to show the goption pan dot show message. Okay, and the message will be here like user added successfully. And then we want to refresh the page, so for that set visible, and we are going to make it as false, and the new visual will be same page. So manage user dot set visible, and here we are going to write it true. So let's try this one. So let me run this file directly from here, and let me try here. So here I'm going to write a test user, let's say right here 1, and I'm going to enter the contact number 200 or 11. Let's write here, and after that here I'm going to write a test user 1 at the rate testemail.com, and address I'm going to also write a test, and the password I'm going to write a 123, and the status I'm going to set as active, and I'm going to click on this save button. And here you can see the update button is not there, right? It is disabled state. So let me click on save. User added successfully. If I click on OK, you can see the values here over here. You can see all the user details here. So you can see the ID, you can see the name, you can see the mobile number, you can see the email address. So all these informations you can see over here. So let me close this one. Until this point, whatever we have coded, it's working fine as expected. So now we have to right click on this table, and then we have to go to the mouse click event. So go to the mouse clicked event. So whenever anyone click on particular row of the table, we need to get the data, and we have to populate those data in this particular fields. So for that purpose, we need to write the code now. So here first we need to get the index. So here we have to get the index, and then we have to pass the table. So table user dot get selected row, which row we are. Then we have to get the table model. So table model, and we are going to import the table model from here. Let's get back over here. So table model, and the model equals to, and then table user dot get model, and then we have to first get the value, so string id, and then after that model dot get value, and then we have to pass the index from where we want to get the value, and the second position which column you want. So as a 0 index, our id is going to be stored, so we have to pass here 0 index, sorry, 0 column. And we also need to convert this one is to a string, because it is object type, so it will convert to the string, and then we are going to store in the id. After that, app user pk, which we have created, and we have to just like store this value. So integer, as that one is a integer type, and currently we are accessing as a string type, so we need to convert that. So Java has provided %, so we can convert the string values into ints, and after that we are going to store in app user. This variable we have created in the starting of the video, you can see this one. Okay, and here we have to just assign that value inside this one, and after that the same way string name and model dot get value, this one, and index, and then first position, and that need to get, and then we have to just set this value. So txt name dot set like text, and we have to set the text, and whatever the value we are going to get, we are going to set in name field. Okay, the same way we have to copy paste this one. So this one will be for mobile number, and index 2 here we need it, and here txt mobile number. Just format this one. Okay, okay, so here we also need to pass the mobile number, and after mobile number the next field will be for email address. So string email model dot get value, and here we have to pass the index, and then we have to pass the third position of column, and that contains our email address, and then txt email dot set text, and then we have to pass the email. And after email the next will be for address. So model dot get values index fourth position dot to string, and txt address dot set address, and here we have to pass the address. Okay, after that the next will be for status is equals to model dot get values at index, and from fifth column to string, and then here we don't need to directly assign to this one. Okay, so we need to do little manipulations over here. So if the status value is active, if is equals status dot equals is active, in that case we need to actually add like this. And first we also want to remove the item. So basically whenever you start this application you directly see the active or inactive values, right? So that need to be changed as per whenever we click on status should be whatever the value is there, first it need to be shown. Let's say if any row contains inactive, so in the status first inactive should be visible, then active should be visible. So for that case we need to write here, first we need to remove the items. So txt status combo box status dot remove all items. First do this, and then we have to check if status is active, then we have to add the value dynamically, and then we have to add item here, and then first we have to write active, and then just copy this one and paste it over here, and here just change this to inactive, and here just copy these two lines, and here just need to paste it to else condition and paste it over here and format this, and here we need to swipe this one options and paste it over here. Let me format this one and save this. Let me run this one. Let me show you what I was trying to say. So currently if I click on this one you can see this values has been changed. Okay, so here one more thing we left to do, and here we need to change the color of this one password, as well as we also need to enable or disable this button. So that need to be done because that is required and important. So here txt password field dot set editable, and we also want to set this one as a editable as a false so that no one can put any text, and then password dot set background here. So background it's going to be import from this one color, we need to import a background these things. Okay, let's get back over here. Okay, so by default it's set the color, so just we want to set the color, so dark gray, so this one we need to pass. And then we have to button save button, we want to disable the save button now, and we want to enable. Okay, so set enable false and btn update dot set enable true. Okay, then save this. Now let me run this file, and here you can see If I click on this one, it will going to populate all the information. Let me try to add one more user here. Let user 2, and here I'm going to put the contact number just randomly. Okay, just test user 2 at the rate test email.com, test address, and let's write a 123, and here I'm going to change to inactive. I'm going to click on save. User added successfully. If I click on this one, you can see reset. So currently you can see all the fields is blank. If I click on this one, you can see all the values has been set to the particular respective fields, and here you can, this status is also active. First is showing as active, here you can see. After that it's showing inactive. But in the ID 3, you can see the status is inactive. If I click on this one, you can see it first show the inactive user status, and then it's showing the active. Because let's say some user have updated, only want to update the name, and he by mistake updated the status like inactive, or change that, so it will cause issue. So that purpose we have changing these values. Okay, and after that we have to just close this one, and now we have to code the update button code. Okay, so double click on update button, and here the most of the things will be same other than updating the stuff. So I'm going to this button, save button, I'm going to copy exactly same code it from here, because the values we are going to get, it will be almost same. So I'm going to copy paste over here, and after that let me format this one and save this. And first we need to remove the password field as it is not required, and here we just need to change this one to edit, as this will going to be called the edit. And after that we also need to update this one query. So I'm going to remove this complete query which we have written earlier. Let me scroll this one, and here we have to write update app user set name question mark and mobile number question mark, email, the symbol, address, and then status where app user underscore pk, and then we have to pass this one and put semicolon. In the same way you can see the complete query. After that, here one by one we have to change the values. So first we need to pass the name, then mobile number, email, and then we want to pass the address. So just change this one address. After address, the next will be for status, and at last we want to pass the app user pk, which we have set it from here. So this value we are going to pick, and this value we are going to pass it over here. And here we have to just change this one to set int, as this is an int, so we have to set the int. And here we have to change the message, so updated successfully. And here other things will be almost same. Yeah, it will be same actually. So after that, let me also few line of the code is left, so just write it, and then we are going to do the final testing. And here we have to set visible false, so this will be for resetting the form. So manage user dot set visible, and here we have to write true, and then go to design, in the close also dot set visible and mark as false. Save this. Now we need to connect this manage user with the home page, so just go to the home page. I'm going to design section, and I'm going to double click on this user. You can see event has been generated. Then here we have to write new manage user dot set visible, and here we have to just write true. Save this. Now I'm going to just start the application from here, and if I click on user, a form has been opened currently, you can see. So here you can see the form, and so first we're going to tightly save it, so all the fields are required, and you can see the error message is there. If I write most of the values, so let's write as test user 3, and here I'm going to enter the contact number 00000. Let's write like this, test user 3 at the rate test email.com. Here I am also going to write test, and if I try to save this, it will still throw the same error. Here we have to enter the password to save it. And after that, if I click on save, it will going to be add user added successfully. After that, let's click on this one and let's try to update this one. Okay, so let me change this one as a 4, and here I'm going to change it to 1. Here I'm also going to change this for 4, and test 4 we are going to return over here. Let's change this one inactive. Click on update. User updated successfully. If I click on OK, you can see here the values over here. So let me decrease the size of this one. You can see test user 4 is there, mobile numbers user 01 is there, test user 4, address test user 4 inactive. And if I you can see update is working fine as expected. Now we are going to try the reset. You can see it's also working. Let's try something, try to reset it. You can see it gets removed. If I click on close, it will close the form. Okay, so everything is working fine, and this is all related to manage user or user part of inventory management system project. I hope you guys like this video, so please hit like and subscribe my channel.